Hey Dudley families, welcome to your child's curriculum meeting. We are super excited to have you with us today. I'm Karen Finger, I'm the principal here at Dudley School.
I'm Ryan Charno, I'm the assistant principal here at Dudley. For this curriculum video, we are going to go with the Billy Fusillo style of videography, and it's going to be a one-taker. We hope it goes well.
Wish us luck. Here we go. We hope that you're looking forward to this experience as it's going to be full of very valuable information for the upcoming school year. Our staff has been working super hard this summer to prepare for a fantastic school year ahead. Our mission statement here at Dudley School is that we are a family of students, staff, and parents dedicated to the development of the whole person through emotional, physical, academic, and social growth. Like the statement implies, your participation is not only welcomed and encouraged, but we believe it's critical to the success of your child. Additionally, we also really value a developmentally appropriate approach towards implementing the Common Core learning standards. Recognizing the value of inquiry, exploration, and play, our teachers use hands-on, student-centered activities to ensure student engagement and an in-depth understanding of all of the concepts.
Communication. Quality communication is what makes a good team great. So I'm going to talk a little bit about communication that happens between the Dudley School community and home, as our effort is to build a strong bridge between school and home. So first, on fairport.org is where you can access the Dudley School webpage. On the Dudley School webpage, you can get policies and information in a variety of areas regarding Dudley School. That is on the left-hand side of the website. And also on the left-hand side is a link to watch live our morning show. So each morning around 8:55?
Yep, about that time.
Around 8:55 in the morning, Karen and I are sitting in this spot with a group of wonderful kindergarten.
We're switched, though.
Usually we're switched. Kindergarten, first, and second graders. And if you ever want to tune in, you can click on that link and catch us live. We hope you will, because we want to remain the #1 morning show in Monroe County. So we hope we could have your viewership maybe one day a week. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
No pressure.
Yes. After that, also on the webpage, on the bottom right-hand side, there is a register for the e-news. The principal's e-news is an e-news that Karen and I create each Friday. And once you register, that will go directly to your inbox. So by registering to the e-news, it goes directly to your inbox, and you get a chance to hear about all the celebrations that are occurring at Dudley School, get to learn about upcoming events that are happening in the school through PTA, throughout the district. It's a great insight into your child's life here at school. Social media. Facebook is typically our social media #1 choice. You can find us at Dudley School. We are the one with the red Dudley dragon as our Facebook profile photo. But there are some imitators out there, so make sure that you find the right one. Twitter is something that we're trying to boost this year. We're going to be doing more tweeting. I think it's called tweeting.
Yep, tweeting.
We're going to do more tweeting. And to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, please do so by following us at Dudley_school. Again, that's a form of communication we're looking to really boost and keep you up to date with the amazing things that are happening in the classrooms throughout Dudley School.
Who knows? Maybe next will be Instagram.
You know what? We can get there. We can get there. Here, Facebook's getting old, so I should probably move to a new social media.
That's right.
And the parent portal on the Dudley School website at fairport.org. There's a link to the parent portal, and the parent portal is where you will have access to the electronic copies of report cards. There's more things that the parent portal does as your child gets in older grades throughout Fairport, but at this time at Dudley, it's mostly access to where we release our electronic report cards. And more information about how to access those in detail will come as we get close to report card periods. We're still far away from that.
Thank goodness. Let's talk a little bit about Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports, or PBIS. This is a district-wide initiative in Fairport schools, and at Dudley School, we're very lucky because it aligns beautifully with our already established STAR initiative. STAR is an acronym which stands for I am safe, I treat others kindly, and I act responsibly. Throughout the school year, students will be receiving explicit instruction and building-wide expectations with regard to those STAR tenets. This is critical to the success of our kids because it allows us to really have a very consistent approach across all of the locations, because we will teach them our expectations with regard to the classroom, the hallway, the cafeteria, the playground, and of course the school bus.
And it gives them common language so they're not code switching depending on the classroom or part of school they're in.
We keep the consistency and the common language across all of those locations. So really, boys and girls are hearing the same theme in all of those places. We also have STAR assemblies at Dudley School, which happen to be led by our second grade student council, which really is amazing for our kids. Not only does it give our second graders those leadership opportunities, but our boys and girls pay such attention to the kids when they are leading those assemblies, far better than they do to you and I.
Far better. We run the first one. We have a tough time keeping them engaged.
Yeah.
From there, it's all student council, and with over 600 K through second grade, you can hear a pin drop when their own peers are presenting around STAR behavior.
You'll notice that kids will be asked to wear their STAR t-shirts on assembly days, which just helps us promote that Dudley Dragon community throughout the entire building. Everybody wears them on those days. Again, they are every other month, always on a Friday. You'll be given advance notice of when the kids need to wear their t-shirts. Ryan and I also believe strongly that it is our job to help students learn from their behavior. We fully understand and fully expect our young students will make mistakes, and there will be times when they will not use an expected behavior. When that happens, our first step is generally to talk with the kids and really help them to understand what STAR behavior they didn't follow, what they can do in the future to correct that, and maybe most importantly, how to repair those relationships with other boys and girls or adults that may have been negatively impacted by their behavioral choice. If unexpected behavior were to continue, we generally will institute a consequence. And at the K through 2 level, we're rather limited with what kind of consequences we can use. So typically speaking, that will mean a loss of recess. Ryan and I don't like to take recess away, and kids really don't want their recess taken. However, again, at this level, it's tough to find something that has any motivational component attached to it like recess does. Regardless of the infraction, you will always be notified if your child comes to the office to speak with one of us. We fully believe in creating a very strong partnership with you and recognize the value in the conversations that you'll have with your child as a follow-up once they have been down to see us.
And so as Karen just shared, we really believe in the teachable moment with our population of students. We know that we really need to take advantage of that, and really with a restorative approach. Mm-hmm. So some keys to success. These are just some things that we highly recommend if you could implement as part of your routine, would help us create that strong bridge between school and home. So first is a take-home folder. Your child will be receiving an orange Dudley Dragon take-home folder. That is our vehicle for communication between school and home. That is where notes and letters and information from school will be coming home. And at the same time, if you have messages on paper, notes, anything that's important for the classroom teacher to know, please send those back in through that vehicle. That take-home folder will be the way that we'll send information. Mm-hmm. Backpacks. Please make sure you make it a nightly routine to check your child's backpack for the take-home folder, as well as any other thing that might be coming home special from that day at school. Additionally, on your child's backpack, we ask that you make sure they have their bus tag. You in your mailing, you got the bus tag with a ring where your child's going to have their schedule for the week. We know for the first 3 weeks or so of school, we have every single staff member outside and we check every single tag to make sure we have students on the right bus. If you ever notice the tag is falling off your child's backpack or anything changes, please let us know. We have extras and we can make sure we get that attached back to the backpack so we can ensure that every child is where they're supposed to be on the correct day. Well, I'm thinking about it. Putting names, labels on clothing, water bottles, anything that comes to school, saves us greatly. As Karen often says, our students are great at losing things, but not so great at finding. So great time to remember. If you could take a Sharpie and put a little name inside each item, we'd greatly appreciate it. Many items these days even have a spot for name.
Yep.
That makes it easy to put it in there. Again, we talked about e-news, Facebook and Twitter, forms of communication. We really feel it's critical to the success of the school year is our bridge of communication between school and home. So thank you for being attentive to those areas. And talk with your child about school. If they come home and you ask them, how was school? And they just say, good, what'd you do? Oh, nothing. Pose some more questions. Often in the e-news, I'll put some leading questions that can help you get to a little more detail about what they're doing. And often the e-news and the social media communication can help give you areas or places to start your conversation around and show that you already have some knowledge about some things that are occurring in your child's life.
A lot of teachers also send home different things throughout the school day, which will give you great conversation starters. I see that you made this during your center time. Talk to me about that. Or asking specifically what they did during the special that they had that day. Also, great ways to get that conversation started about school at home.
And you have the promise from us that we're going to keep open communication with you. We ask that you do the same. As I mentioned, creating a strong connection, that bridge between school and home is really important to us. So if you ever have a question, comment, there's insight to your child that'd be valuable for your classroom teacher or for us to know, please do not ever hesitate to pick up the phone and give a call, drop an email. We certainly value your input, your questions, and that two-way communication.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, we feel confident that it is going to be the best year yet. We are so excited to welcome the Dragons in a couple weeks, and we look forward to, and some of you are watching this after the Dragons already came, so we're glad we welcome them. Very Billy Fusillo-esque right there.
It's going to be an awesome school year, and we really look forward to partnering you for a year of learning and growing together.